The word of the day today is basically if we was to go ahead and basically set people on fire, this, that, once, three, or basically poison kids with drugs, or basically just go the murder scenes, the cartels, basically just the world in chaos. All of that is okay for my joy, for my entertainment, because that's what I like. Because people exist for my joy, for my entertainment, though. Because it's like, if they feel at that, though, it's like, what the fuck does it? What else does it matter in life for? And the reason why I say us, though, especially though, not just me but you as well, it's because a lot of motherfuckers don't matter, though. You know what I'm saying? It's just us. So yeah, we are all that matters, though. Of course, there's those that matter as well that we can make exceptions for. But you and I, my friend, we come first. And at the same time, the reason I make that claim is because I don't just bring anybody over here. I trust when it comes to you that basically you are really better than other people. I truly believe that. Now, I can't say the same for society. Actually, I will not. I'm not going to say that it's despair. I would call it seeing it for what it is. Let's go.
Get right into it. Number 10. Dark patterns. Websites are designed to trick you in broad daylight, and it's completely legal. You sign up for a free trial. At the end, there's a big green button that says, "Continue enjoying your benefits." Somewhere in tiny gray text on a gray background is the word "cancel." That's called a dark pattern, a deliberate design to make you do something you didn't want to. You're buying a plane ticket. You get to the end and the price is $40 more. You scroll up and find a pre-checked box that added travel insurance. You never asked for it. It was waiting like a trap. Or you try to cancel a subscription. The cancel button takes you to another page, then a phone number with a 45-minute wait time. Amazon had a cancellation process so famously long, they called it internally the Iliad. When a website asks for cookie consent, accept all is a big colorful button. Manage preferences is hidden. Click it, and you get a wall of hundreds of toggles. They're betting you'll just hit accept all. Most people do. Studies show dark patterns increase sign-up rates by up to 200%. Sticking an obstacle course between you and your money is wildly profitable, and almost no laws stop it. Number 9.
Now, the nice thing about that is that that's actually all nice, but I just hate the fact that the problem with it is that it's happening to you and I. I don't like when the bullshit that's happening in the world affects you and me, you know what I'm saying? So that's okay. That is totally okay. But it's only an issue because it's affecting us, not just me, you as well. And also another issue is that all the money that's been that's been made, though, they're not being shipped or being moved or be given to us, though. You know what I'm saying? That's the problem. The money that's all been made through this shit is not been given to us. You know what I'm saying? So because we're not we're not enjoy, we're not satisfied. That's an issue to the world, though, as it should be. But it's not. So that's the problem as well.
Impossible subscriptions. You signed up for something in about 11 seconds. One click, and you're a member. But one day you decide you want out. Suddenly there's no cancel button. There's a manage your plan button, which takes you to a review your benefits button, which takes you to a page that loads forever. Some online companies force you to call a phone number to cancel. You wait on hold for an hour. Someone finally picks up, offers a discount, transfers you to a retention specialist, and magically disconnects. The FTC calls this negative option marketing, which is a polite way of saying, we trap you and hope you forget. And it works perfectly. Americans waste an estimated $133 a month on subscriptions they forgot they had. That's over $1,500 a year, bleeding out of your bank account like a slow leak. The gym industry built its entire business model around this. They know most people stop going in February. They're counting on it. They just need you to keep paying. The EU passed laws making cancellation as easy as sign up. One click to join, one click to leave. In the US, your wallet is legally forced to stay wide open. Number 8.
That's good. That's good. It should basically, the wallets, the bank accounts, the cash, those should stay wide open, though. But that is a problem. Again, if it happens to us, though. Like, for example, like when it comes to human trafficking, this, that, once, three, it is okay to basically just take a bunch of bitches, though, and then basically make money off of fucking them by force in the game in GTA, which is fine. But The only problem is it's only an issue if it happens to my own, to my people, to my friends, to my fans, to my niggas. But if it happens to others though, that's okay because that's what they exist for.
Paparazzi stalking children. Imagine you're 7 years old, getting ice cream with your mom. Suddenly, 20 grown adults jump out of nowhere. They're screaming your name. Giant cameras are flashing. Some are hiding in bushes. Welcome to being a celebrity kid. And it's completely legal. If a random person followed your child to school with a camera, that's stalking. They'd go to jail. But if that person has a press badge and your kid's parent is famous, totally fine. Paparazzi have developed specific techniques to get reactions out of children. They'll shout upsetting things or make loud noises to catch a crying face, because a crying celebrity child is worth way more money than a calm one. Halle Berry once testified about photographers hiding in trees outside her 3-year-old daughter's preschool, like extremely creepy, fully legal squirrels. California passed a law in 2013 supposed to prevent photographing kids in a harassing manner, but harassment is incredibly hard to prove in court, so the law exists mostly on paper. These kids can't consent. They didn't choose famous parents. The financial incentive to terrorize small children is enormous, and the legal consequences are essentially zero.
That's good too because it's like, fuck them kids, bruh. Here's the thing. There's a lot of kids that ain't shit though, you know what I'm saying? It's not just because they were raised that way, but it's also just simply because they are not. So yeah, that's okay. It's just that when it comes to the paparazzi, those that basically be making the big bucks though, the big cash though, the issue is that it's not being given to us though. That's the issue. You know what I'm saying? But yes, also like when it comes to paparazzi, it's very well known that these motherfuckers will literally try to get on your nerves because your response will actually make them so much cash, which is okay. But because I'm not benefiting from it though, that's the issue. Not just me, you as well. So that is a fucking problem because we're not benefiting from it though. It's nice, but everything in this video is wrong because we are not. Yeah, you know.
7.
And so what if the kid cries this, that, once today? Fuck that kid, bro. As long as we're benefiting off of it, it's good. But we're not, so that's a problem. And it will also be an issue if it happened to us. You know what I'm saying? Yes, yes, yes for us. No, no, no for them.
Heavy metals in makeup. Right now, there's probably lead on someone's face. Not from a mine, but from lipstick. Lead, arsenic, mercury, and cadmium are all found in legal, store-bought beauty products. Foundation, eyeshadow, and lip gloss. Things millions of people apply to their skin every day. Medical scientists universally agree there is no safe level of lead exposure for humans. Zero. Yet,
yeah, the problem with that is like the government is... Here's the thing, the government is like, people complain about the government's not doing their jobs, this, that, once, three. Like, no, they're doing their jobs right though. They are fantastic. They are basically A1 with what it is they're doing. They know exactly how they're moving. The problem is that they think that the government is on their side. That's what it is.
the FDA's official position is,
of course, the FDA.
Basically that the amounts found in cosmetics are too small to worry about. A fascinating thing to say about a neurotoxin. The European Union has banned or strictly restricted over 1,300 chemicals from cosmetics. The US has banned 11. Europe looked at the science and said absolutely not. The US looked at the same science and ignored it. The companies know this. Many sell the exact same brand in Europe using completely different, safer formulas. The technology to make it safer already exists. They just aren't legally forced to use it here, because American law doesn't require companies to prove a product is safe before selling it. The FDA has to prove it's dangerous after the fact. You are the ongoing safety trial. Number 6.
Now, here's the thing. When it comes to the governments, to the ones that are, like, when it comes to the bosses that control the governments, to the governments that itself, to the politicians and the lawyers and the crook cops, and not even in the governments though, basically going back to the governments, to those that basically make them shits though. That's number 3, and then it's the lawyers and politics, and you know what I'm saying, that basically defend the shit. that fights for this shit, that try to legalize and try to normalize this shit, to then they basically go ahead and like just let other people, even when it comes to the corporates, they'll just put it in through many different products of different forms, to then the society just using it and just basically sharing it with other people, to the non-beneficiaries like us that defends it all.
Police lying during interrogations. If you lie to a cop, that's a crime. If a cop lies to you, that's incredibly standard. In the US, police can legally tell you whatever they want during an interrogation. They can claim they have your fingerprints at the scene. They can say your best friend confessed and blamed you. They can say they have you on video. None of it.
Yeah. I would know. I mean, I haven't been in those situations though, but in a very small situation though. They will say literally whatever.
Has to be true. The Supreme Court blessed
Not even just do whatever as well, even if they're the problem.
this practice in 1969, deciding police can legally lie to suspects. This trick produces false confessions.
No, not just suspects. Not just suspects. It's also just like literally random people though, where it's like even the innocent ones though. They'll fuck you over.
At a terrifying rate. You'd think an innocent person would never confess, but put someone in a windowless room for 12 hours with no sleep, tell them their friends sold them out, the evidence is overwhelming, and they'll get life in prison unless they cooperate. A lot of innocent people break. The Innocence Project found that nearly 30% of their DNA exoneration cases involved a false confession. Innocent people rotting in prison because a detective legally lied to them. Countries like Canada and the UK have banned this practice entirely. Their conviction rates are absolutely fine. But in America, police can still bluff people into prison. Number 5.
Yeah, and that's actually okay, because the problem is that, no, but here's the thing, that's a nice thing though. It's like, because when you're putting motherfuckers in prison though, it's like, yes, that actually having prisoners makes you money, you know what I'm saying? And also, you can even go ahead and try some experiments while they're in there. Oh yeah. Not just when it comes to picking up the homeless people. Which would make sense for why Dollar Tree and Dollar Generals, there's so many of them and are everywhere. For experiments though, that would be okay. But yeah, that's fine. That is totally fine. But we're not benefiting from this shit, so that's why it's an issue. There were other things I was going to say, but I missed it.
5. Hidden hospital prices. You break your arm. You go to the hospital. You ask how much it's going to cost. They look at you like you asked for the nuclear launch codes. Imagine going to a restaurant, eating, and 3 months later getting a bill for $4,000.
Shit like this is why Luigi's such a hero, though.
The receipt says, bread basket, $300, and someone looked at you, $800. That's the American hospital system. You get treated with zero idea what anything costs. Months later, 4 different bills arrive from 4 people you didn't even know were in the room. Hospitals use charge-master pricing. It's a secret internal list with made-up numbers. A single aspirin gets billed at $30. A bag of saline solution that costs $1 to make gets billed at $700. In 2021, the government ordered hospitals to post their prices online. Hospitals responded by posting unreadable spreadsheets with 30,000 rows. No label.
That's the point. Like, to basically bypass the bullshit, there needs to be so much bullocks though that are written out there though. There has to be.
Labels, just raw numbers, technically legal, completely useless. The exact same procedure costs wildly different amounts depending on who's paying. An uninsured person might be charged 10 times more than an insurance company. Medical debt is now a leading cause of personal bankruptcy in the United States. Number 4.
That's great. That is absolutely great, as long as all that money is being shipped towards us.
Data brokers. Right now, companies know exactly where you slept last night, where you work, and which doctor you visited last Tuesday. They didn't hack you to get this information. They just legally bought it. Your phone relies on cell towers and GPS. All that physical location data gets quietly collected and sold to data brokers. These businesses build detailed files on you and sell them to whoever writes a check. Not vague stuff like, this person likes pizza. Precise GPS coordinates and timestamps. A constant trail of everywhere your physical body goes. Buyers include advertisers, landlords checking if you really live at your address, and insurance companies. Even law enforcement buys this data without a warrant, because if a private company sells a database, The Fourth Amendment doesn't apply to the receipt. You technically agreed to this. Buried in a terms of service document nobody reads is a sentence saying your location data can be shared with third parties. You clicked accept while trying to use a weather app. There are thousands of data broker companies operating completely legally. You've never heard of them, but they all know you. Number 3.
Now here's the thing, that's also nice too, but the problem is that it's an issue because it's affecting us. You know what I'm saying? Like basically making so much money as a data broker, this, that, one's three. What they're doing is totally fine and they should do it more, but just not to us. You know what I'm saying? Not to me and you. They should leave us out of it though and just basically attack everybody else though, because they ain't shit. So, and also another issue is that money's not being shipped, it's not being given to us.
Politicians trading stocks. A politician sits in a classified meeting. They learn the government is about to heavily regulate a specific industry. They walk out, open their phone, and buy stock in that industry's competitor. That's not hypothetical. It happens all the time. If you did that, it's called insider trading. You would go to federal prison. But if you're the one making the laws, it's just considered a brilliant portfolio strategy. In 2020, multiple politicians sold off huge amounts of stock right after getting a private briefing about an incoming pandemic before the public panicked. They got out just in time. Congress passed the Stock Act in 2012, which was supposed to stop this. It basically just made...
Yeah, but also the very same Congress are also the ones that when it committed over 400 of the crimes as well. No. Not the number of crimes though, but it's actually over 400 congressmen that have committed crimes though that the society would deem, oh fuck no. Like the kind of crimes where basically they would attack others over, they committed the same shit, if not even worse, by over 400 congressmen.
Made them file extra...
Allegedly, I don't know. But it's a reliable source where I heard this from.
Paperwork, with virtually no penalty for being late. Both parties do this. It's not a left or right issue. It's a people who make the rules don't have to follow them issue. Several members of Congress...
That's the thing. Now that's a nice thing as well, but the problem is that those people are not us, that's the thing. Or they're not basically biased in our favor for us. I like what they're doing, but I just hate when it affects us. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that the benefits that they get from doing all of this is not given with us as well.
Regularly beat the stock market year after year. Websites now track congressional trades, and regular people copy them to make money. The fix is forcing politicians to use blind trusts, but they're the exact people getting rich off the current rules. Number 2, corporations hoarding houses. You save up enough money to buy your first home. You find the perfect place, put in an offer, and then you lose. Not to another family. You lost to a massive Wall Street investment firm, a company that already owns tens of thousands of houses. They paid in cash, full price, no waiting. You never had a chance. Giant investment firms figured out single-family homes.
That is so fire. This right here I like.
Are a great asset. They started buying them by the thousands. In some firms figured out single-family homes are a great asset. They started buying them by the thousands. In some neighborhoods, one corporate entity secretly owns a massive percentage of the street. These companies do the absolute minimum renovations and then rent them back to the exact same people trying to buy them. The person who lost the bidding war on their dream home ends up renting that exact same house from the corporation that outbid them. That's their entire business model. Because these companies own so many houses in one area, they face zero competition. They effectively set the rent price for the whole neighborhood. In areas with high corporate ownership, rents have skyrocketed. There is no legal limit to how many homes a corporation can hoard. The dream of home ownership is slowly becoming an endless monthly subscription service. Number 1, civil asset forfeiture.
Now that's a great thing though, in order, like when it comes to real estate and all that stuff, it's always billionaires that are basically that are always interested in homes and airplanes and no, not airplanes, like airports, yeah. But again, you know what I'm about to say.
Imagine you're driving to buy a car. You have $10,000 cash in your glove box that you saved for 2 years. A cop pulls you over for a broken taillight. He sees the cash, and he just takes it. No arrest, no charges, no crime. He takes your money and drives away. That is civil asset forfeiture, and it's completely legal. Police...
I would say otherwise if this affected us though. I'm sure it did right to one of you. I fucking hate that then. Like, it's nice when it's beneficial to us, but not when it's against us.
Can seize your cash, car, or house if they simply suspect it's connected to a crime. They don't have to prove it. They aren't charging you. They are legally charging your stuff with a crime. The actual court cases are named things like United States versus $11,000 in cash. If you want it back, you have to sue the police department with your own money, the money they just took. Lawyers cost thousands of dollars, so if police only seized slightly less than that, it's actually cheaper to just let them keep it. In 2014, police took more stuff from Americans through civil asset forfeiture than all burglars combined. In most
Bro! Bro! I just hate that these people are not rigged in our favor, bro.
states, the police department keeps that seized money directly in their budget. It's exactly like letting a parking meter company decide how many tickets to write. They have a direct financial incentive to take your stuff, and it's 100% legal. That's all for today.
Oh, that was a great video. That was a great video. Now, I do want to basically leave you with this. Here's the thing. Everything that has happened here is absolutely bad. Like, everything here is absolutely wrong. But it's only wrong when it affects us, when it's against us. And also it's wrong that we are not benefiting from this shit. Because that's the nice thing about people. It's to use them for our very own. Could we wish them for better? Yes. But they don't matter like that though, so no. Don't fucking tell me there's hopes in humanity though. There isn't any. And if there is, there isn't fucking enough. And they never will. And if they will be, it won't be fast enough. So only the ones that do matter is just you and I. Now there's those out there that matters too, and we can make exceptions for them. But even so, they're not enough either. If they do matter, they don't matter enough. So it's just you and I that come first. You. Not you. Not you. 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 Not you. You. Not you. You. Not you. You. Not you. You. My friend. My fan. My fam. My nigga. My G. My boy. And with that, I'm gonna see you in the next one, fam. I'm out.